a small kirtan. Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Vihari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Vihari, Jayo Gopijana Vallabha, Jayo Girivaradari. Yasodhanandana Rajajana Ranjana, Yasodhanandana Rajajana Ranjana, Yamunatira Vanachari, Yamunatira Vanachari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhus and Madajis, let me introduce myself. I'm Damayanti Devi Dasi from Malacca, Malaysia. My background, I have done my degree in business administration, and then I continued a master in early childhood education. So currently, I'm actually running a school for our children by the name of Krishna Avanti, and I do service at our Krishna Balaram Mandir in Malacca. That's all about myself, not much to say. Okay, let us start the class. Let us start with the pranam. I hope everybody can follow. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswati Vyasam Tadurjaya Mudiraye Nasta Prayeshtravadestu Nityayam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki. And also with the pranam for the gurus. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Budale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Dinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvasesha Sunyavadi Pashada Desha Tarini Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My obeisances to Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, actually, for giving me an opportunity to present a sloga from Srimad Bhagavatam. This is my actually first presentation on literature, on our literature. And also my obeisances to all Vaishnavas. Please forgive me if there are any mistakes done along the presentation, and also give me enough courage to complete this presentation successfully. Thank you to Krishna. As Krishna, you're the ultimate cause why I'm sitting in front of these beautiful people. Let us read the sloga. I will say the sloga. The sloga that I've chosen for my presentation is from Canto 2, Chapter 5, text number 12. Okay, please repeat after me. Tasme namo bhagavate Vasudevaya dhimahi yanmaya yadurjayaya mam vadante jagat guru. Okay. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so it's a very small sloga. Let us see the Sanskrit meaning of each, what Prabhupada have given in Bhagavatam. Tasme means unto him. Namaha is actually to offer my obeisances, Bhagavate, unto the personality of Godhead, Vasudevaya, unto Lord Krishna, Dhimahi, meditate upon him, Yat, by whom, Mayaya, potencies, Durjayaya, invisible, Mam, unto me, Vedanti, they say, Jagat, the world, Guru, the master. So, the sloga translates as this: I offer my obeisances and meditate upon Lord Krishna, Vasudeva, the personality of Godhead, whose invisible potency influences them, in bracket, the less intelligent class of man, to call me the supreme controller. So this is the conversation that goes on between Narada and Brahmaji. And we can see that the whole of Canto 2 actually confirms that Krishna is Tu Bhagavan Swayam. Here, the sloga explains the relationship between the supersoul with the material world. Krishna is also referred here as Vasudeva, and Brahmaji was actually meditating upon him, the word Dhimahi. Okay, so I actually remember from one of my lecture that wherever the word Dhimahi appear, it must be considered as an important sloga, and just as the first sloga of Janmadi Ashayada ends with Dhimahi. Actually, there are numerous slogas from various literature saying that Krishna is cause of all causes. So let me quote a few. I don't want to make the class very blunt because I know all of you are more knowledgeable than me. So I just quote some, like Bhagavad Gita 10.2 says, Krishna said that Aham Adir He Devanam. So origin of all demigods, Krishna is the origin of all demigods, including Brahma and Shiva. In Bhagavad Gita 10.8, Krishna said, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha, everything generated from me. And in Upanishads, it's written that Yato va imani Bhudani Jayante. So everything emanates from Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu maintained and annihilated this by his energy. So Brahmaji was actually establishing to Narada that Krishna as the supreme in all aspects, and he's the supreme over everyone. So what Prabhupada did here, he quoted Brahma Samhita 5.1 as Ishvara Paramakrishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anandi Adi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So Krishna is the cause of all causes. So in few other verses, Brahma also have mentions that Krishna is the source of everything throughout the Brahma Samhita. So when Krishna is the cause of all causes, then why Brahmaji become bewildered? Why Brahmaji become bewildered? So he was meditating upon Krishna for revelation. Krishna came and shook hand with Brahmaji, and he got bewildered in the Brahma Vilamohana, right? Why does all this happen, right? So in this, the previous verse, Canto 2, Chapter 5, 11, Brahmaji was telling Narada that the impression that Narada has that Brahmaji is not the supreme is actually correct. Because Narada has this doubt when Brahmaji was meditating on another person. So he has this bewilderment that why Brahmaji is meditating, but all the while he thought Brahmaji is the creator. So why does this type of illusion comes in? So as Prabhupada said, less in the bracket, less intelligent class of man. Is Narada a less intelligent person? Anyone in the class can answer? Why was he having this illusion? Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can I try?
Yes, Mataji. Please, Mataji.
Actually, in this material world, from the Brahma sloka to the topmost sloka to the down Patal Lok, all are bound by these three modes of material nature. So sometimes this kind of illusion comes in this material world. Even Brahma is also not exceptional from this. Sometimes he thinks that he is great. That's why he prays to Lord Krishna that after creation, the secondary after this one, please bless me that I shouldn't get be
illusion again.
No, proud. I shouldn't be proud like that.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
Mataji, is your question why does Brahma fall under illusion? Is that the question?
Yes. Why he was having this illusion?
Because of the 4 defects that all conditioned souls have.
Yes. Right. Narada is a conditioned soul.
Wait, that's why I asked you the question, are you talking about Brahma or are you talking about someone else? Narada is not a conditioned soul, but Brahma is a conditioned soul.
Yes, I was just asking about Narada because Narada was having this doubt, you see. So let me explain, Prabhu. So this type of illusion is the same as what Arjuna having doubt during the war. He was having doubt, he doesn't to fight. So he has this illusion, distress, and all that. So these personalities like Narada, Arjuna, they are all put in this kind of illusion to actually famously doubting and testing Krishna's opulences for the benefit of public in general. But all these personalities, usually they will come out from the illusion just right after, thing like that, after listening from the right source. Okay, like Arjuna, he was listening from Krishna himself, and Narada, he was getting this knowledge from Brahmaji, the creator. So Brahmaji also clears Narada's wrong impression by saying this, Yashya Prabhu Prabhavado Jagat Andakodi. This is from Brahma Samhita 5:14. That he was telling that he only served the Lord whose effulgence is unlimited, not contaminated, and who's the cause of all the creation. So he's actually a servant for the Lord. So these two information is actually collected from the previous verse. Okay, in Bhagavad Gita 14:27, Krishna is said as the Brahma Jyoti. Okay, Brahmano hi pratishaham, that he is the one who he is the one which establishes. Okay, let us see the next part where Srila Prabhupada bracketed the phrase of less intelligent.
Mataji, am I audible?
Yes.
Mataji, sorry to interrupt your class. I just want you to finish reading the purport first, Mataji. And then you can start speaking section by section.
Okay.
If you still want, Prabhu can display the screen, but the ideal structure is first sloka, verse, purport, and then only we have to start speaking after purpose.
Oh, okay. I can read the purport, Prabhu.
Yeah, please. Is it too big? I didn't see the whole purport. Vaibhav Shalpa, is it too big?
I'll read from my book here, Prabhu.
No, it's a small. Yeah. It's not too big, Mati. You can finish it off. And then you can start speaking, Mati. But if you still want him to show the screen, he can show you. Okay. Or else you can just start speaking from your side.
I've shared the screen.
Yeah, okay. I can see it. No. I was telling that if still Mataji wants you to display the verse to all the students so that she can speak section by section.
Yeah, can, Prabhu, can, no problem.
Fine.
Okay, all right. Let me read the purport first.
Mm.
As will be more clearly explained in the next verse, the illusory potency of Lord bewilders the less intelligent to accept Brahmaji, or for that matter, any other person, as the Supreme Lord. Brahmaji, however, refuses to be called this, and he directly offers his respectful obeisances unto Lord Vasudeva or Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, as he has already offered the same respects to him in the Brahma Samhita 5.1. Ishvara Paramakrishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So, the Supreme Lord is a personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, the primeval Lord in his transcendental body, the ultimate cause of all causes, and I worship that primeval Lord Govinda. So Brahmaji is conscious of his actual position, and he knows how less intelligent persons, bewildered by the illusory energy of the Lord, whimsically accept anyone and everyone as God. A responsible personality like Brahmaji refuses to be addressed as a Supreme Lord by his disciples or subordinates. But foolish persons, praised by men of the nature of dogs, hogs, camels, and asses, feel flattered to be addressed as a Supreme Lord. Why such persons take pleasure in being addressed as God, or why such persons are addressed as God by foolish admirers, is explained in the following verse. Okay, Prabhu. Okay, let us continue with the class. In the translation, Srila Prabhupada has actually bracketed this particular phase, the less intelligent class of men. Even if Brahma, the most intelligent person who has more heads than any of us, actually he can become bewildered with illusory potency of the Lord, okay, from his Leela. So what to say about us, the common human being in general, right? So let us move on. And from this purport, I think the only person who dared to call everybody dogs, camel, asses, and hogs, because I don't used to call people names. So when I was reading Prabhupada's purport, at first I got shocked. I said, oh, why he's calling people these names? So there are instances after getting some knowledge and all that, I do fall in one of that category too. Okay, maybe I'll explain later. Okay, so Krishna has actually established that in Bhagavad Gita 7.9 that Punya Gandha Prithivi. So he said he's the original fragrance of the earth. And they just me Vibhav so. And I'm the heat in the fire. And Jivanam Sarva Bhudesu. I'm the life of all lives. Tapas Jasmi Tapas Visu. And I'm the penances of all ascetics. Okay, so Krishna was telling that he is everything, the source of everything. That confirms, that sloga confirms this. And punya here means that which is not decomposed. Punya is original. But this common man, as Prabhupada says in his purport, they get so puffed up when they are praised. Why does this happen? They get so puffed up, right? So in everyone following me?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, all right. Okay, so in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 3, Text 19, it's stated that Swavit Varahostra Karai. So Prabhupada here in one of his conversation when he was having conversation on this sloka, said that men are like dogs, hogs, camels, and asses, and they praise those men never listen to transcendental pastime of Krishna. And these people are actually the deliverer from evils. Okay, so Prabhupada strictly says that we should try to avoid having association with this type of deliverer of evils. So Prabhupada also said during the conversation that when these dogs, hogs, camels, and asses, when they go to vote for their leader, they are actually going to vote for bigger dog, bigger hogs, bigger camels, and bigger asses to become a leader. So just imagine what will happen to the society. Only in the Bhagavata, it openly declares that although a person who may be a great leader, without Krishna consciousness, he is still an animal and nothing more. So when we are voting next time, but how to check on this? Prabhujis and Madajis, how do you know you're voting for the right person? So we have to always refer to Prabhupada's purport. You see, one of the leaders doesn't fall in one of these categories, right? I hope everyone agrees with that.
Yes, Mother.
Yes.
Agree.
Great. So, other than that, these leaders sometimes, right? Even now, there's many scholars around who can actually memorize and also translate the Sanskrit verses so easily. I'm not one of them. So they knew the words, but they don't understand them as it says that Mayaya Aprita Jnana. Okay, that like they having the knowledge, but it was covered. They know it, they have read it, and actually has it in their mind, but they don't know how to actually apply it to themselves in their daily life. So they could not apply it to themselves to see the Lord in their heart. So this type of scholars, there are many of them, and it's very dangerous actually, because they are not going to depart the knowledge they have with love, with that devotional service. So we have to be very careful who we are listening from, so that we get the taste, get the true knowledge without anything added for the benefit of the speaker. As it is. Prabhupada always says that as it is. Even his purport of Bhagavad Gita as it is, the Bhagavad Gita was sold millions of copies around the world because it is as it is. I actually heard this story that Prabhupada, when he was trying to sell his books, right, and it was like very thick, so some advised him to actually cut down a lot of things, make it a smaller book, and distribute it and sell it off. But there was this one Westerner Madaji, when after she read that small book, she came back to Prabhupada and actually asked Prabhupada to give her the original copy, the one that full with information. So that's how Prabhupada got very happy, because he was so sad that he could not give up as it is. So when he knew that there are people waiting to read these scriptures, so he immediately has the courage to print it out and give it out. So Prabhupada know Krishna is the cause of all causes. So whatever that happens has a reason for it. Okay. So when this men who are said as dog, hogs, camels, and asses, they don't speak about Krishna. Okay, so when they don't speak about Krishna, so it doesn't mean that there's no Krishna. Okay, it's actually there's no connection with Krishna, because everything that exists, we cannot say that anything exists without Krishna. Only those with polluted consciousness, the consciousness directed to sense gratification, may be called as non-Krishna consciousness. And there's no such thing as non-Krishna. Only the desire that we have on fulfilling our sense gratification makes us forget Krishna, and it becomes polluted, contaminated, and no more pure consciousness. Okay. I think everyone know Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, right? So when I was like looking for points to write out for this particular sloga, I came about this. It's a very long article teaching to Rupa Goswami. Okay, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at one instances when Rupa Goswami's brother Vallabha and him was on a way to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was dancing in ecstasy, and he was having so much of followers dancing together, everybody looking in awe, and it was like they stand from far and watching all this. So then they get an opportunity to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they were so blessed because he blessed them with the lotus feet, with his lotus feet. So then he took Rupa Goswami to tell him to spread the service. So this is like very, how to say that we are all so blessed that we could get this treasure where we should cherish the treasure and also share it with everyone. So Rupa Goswami quoted from Govinda Lilamrita 1.2 that Sri Krishna Chaitanya Amum Prabhati. Okay, and then he actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that he could not give the whole knowledge to Rupa Goswami. He just gave a small portion from that ocean of transcendental knowledge, and that's where Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu came. So Krishna, he caused everything. He's the cause of all causes for us to be able to get all this knowledge. Right? I'm so blessed. I hope everyone also are so blessed. That's another analogy maybe I can share so that we can understand better that why we say Krishna is the cause of all causes. Okay, because let's say in my case, for example, I'm caused by my father. So my father is caused by his father. His father is caused by his father. His father is caused by his father. And this one goes on and on until you actually come to someone who is a cause that has no cause. And who's that? Prabhu's Mataji?
Krishna.
Lord Krishna.
Lord Krishna.
And there are the Govinda, right? So that's how we could actually tell our children, those we meet every day, we can share this type of information to actually make something click in their mind. Okay, I don't want to get it very broad. Let me tell one story. I think many of you must have heard this story also because I found it very interesting. I usually tell the story to my school children. This story about this foreigner. Okay, this foreigner actually he wants to know. He was looking for who is the God. So he was looking everywhere. He came to India. So, you know, India, we have many gods, right? So everybody, even like sometimes one day they pray Muruga, then Ganesha, then Durga Ma, and in a year they can pray all these demigods, right? So this foreigner then started to look, he goes to each of the temple, and when he was going to the Muruga temple, he's asked the people around, he talks to people around, the local people, and he say, why is he holding the whale? And they say, oh, he actually he protects and he gives knowledge and all that. Oh, you see, okay, this god has a lot of things to do, he's busy. So then he went to Durga temple. So when he go to Durga temple, he was so surprised to see that Durga was holding so many weapons and so many items in her hand, with many hands. And he was like, oh, no, this god has too many things for her to do. So then he went to a Krishna temple. When he went there, he saw this person holding a flute, many pictures around the temple. He was singing, he was dancing. Then he said, okay, this is a god. He doesn't have any job to do. He has given all the jobs to the demigods, right? So this story is, it actually attracts most of my children. And then it was like, oh yeah, Krishna actually doesn't do anything. He just always play flutes and with his cows, with his gopis and all that, right? Okay, so enough with the story. Let us go further. Here, I want to explain why Srila Prabhupada's mood and mission to actually to let the whole world know Krishna is the cause of all causes. So what actually he did? Anyone want to answer?
Sorry, Mataji, can you ask the question again? I could not follow.
Okay. Srila Prabhupada, his mode and mission is actually to let the whole world know that Krishna is the cause of all causes. Krishna is the supreme. Krishna is the ultimate, right? So what Prabhupada did?
May I try, Mataji?
Can Mataji?
Yes. Yes, he kept the name for his movement as Krishna consciousness movement. Someone asked him why not God consciousness. He said no, Krishna consciousness, because Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So this conveys the message perfectly to everyone that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead.
Yes, Mataji, correct. Thank you. So I was just going to say that. Okay, everybody asked why you didn't put it as God, as general, so that every people in the whole world can be combined. But he doesn't agree to that. He says he has to put Krishna because he's not impersonal, he's a person and he has a name. All right. So other than that, Srila Prabhupada also he started Radha Yatra. Not only in India, he started it everywhere around the world. So he introduced the Lord of Universe. So we in Malacca just completed our Radha Yatra on the 1st of January, and it was wonderful because Lord Jagannath gave mercy to the whole people who are looking at him throughout the route of one of the busiest place in Malacca, the town center. So it was very enthusiastic. We had many devotees from all over the other states. We also have 2 buses of devotees from Singapore, all the foreign workers, the Nepalis, right? Many in Malacca, they all came, 3 buses. So we had wonderful time. So during this time, when they have to get to know about a lot of universe, so when they get attracted, they will want to know who is this Lord of Universe, and then they will get some information, further information from us. We had a booth over there. We have devotees serving around, and we also distribute a lot of prasadams, and we take opportunity to actually distribute books, Prabhupada's books. So, in talking about books, last year during Gita Jayanti, we actually got donation from the public to donate Bhagavad Gita to Tamil schools, about 273 copies, right? Haribol. So I personally, myself, actually made a vow this year to distribute at least minimum 10 books a month. And I hope, please bless me, I could do more. And other than that, talking about Radha Yatra, our children at our center, right? There are a few of them who are so devoted to Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. They have this, how to say, the toy Jagannath, right? The like a pillow, the soft toy, right? So they'll bring everywhere when they come to the school, to my place. They will do worship. They will offer food. So when you see them doing this, it actually really encourages you, because from a young age, I didn't get the opportunity, but seeing these children actually always boost my motivation, give me motivation to learn more. So because of this enthusiasm children, right, our center actually built a small Radha for them, so they could actually do all the worship, put their Jagannath there, and bring along in front of the big Radha around our temple area. Wonderful, right? So Prabhupada will be happy, always happy. All right. So talking about that, Radha Yatra, spreading consciousness, Krishna consciousness around the world. Recently, just last month, we had about 40 Chinese devotees from China. So when I see these Chinese devotees, right, they were like so devoted. In their country, they could not practice the devotional service, and it's forbidden. They have to do it a bit secretively. So they came for a yatra around Malaysia. So they were going to all the temples, and they were participating in our other yatra as well. So the 8 to 9 days of them with us, right? I think Srila Prabhupada's mission, it's established. You know, it was like so happy, and I had this pang in my heart that I can't even do this convincing around my circle of family or friends. It was like a bit sad, but happy aside, sad aside, happier more. So I myself personally believe Krishna is the cause of all causes, and I think it is a common question to ask. Who have actually asked this? Oh God, why this happens to me? Anybody have asked this? Oh, why, Krishna, why it happened to me? I used to ask this question. Anyone? Or I'm the only one asking this question?
No, Mataji, I think most of us.
Yes, most of us actually ask this question.
We used to ask this, Mataji, but after studying the scriptures, now we say, dearest Lord, we know why we are in the material world.
Yes, Mataji, that's what I learned as well. So now I know why. He's the cause of everything. He has given us enough independence that what we wanted. This was which was the reason we are separated from him. So he is the cause and the effect as well. Okay, coming to the conclusion, Krishna is the source of everything. He's the root. So when the root of the tree are maintained, we take care of the root, the whole tree will flourish. So Krishna, being the original root of all things, maintains everything in this material manifestation. More. So I'm trying to do a seva for all these wonderful devotees, children's, because they are so like a sponge. They absorb everything. Sometimes I feel like they know more than me. So, and I'll just conclude this presentation in Bhagavad Gita 7:10. Krishna said he is the original seed of all existence. Vijay Mam Sarva Buddhanam. Okay, and if you want to hear more, why people like to be called God, and also why such person address, there are persons who address these people, there are admirers, these foolish admirers, all this will be addressed in the next following verse. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Finish, right?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mari. You still have a couple of minutes, but it's fine if you want to finish right now. I request the students to ask any question if you have on this verse, which Mataji has shared.
Don't ask difficult questions, please.
Anyone, please?
Oh, okay, I'll ask. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. This is on the response of Ras Vilas Prabhuji. So Narada Muni is considered a Nitya Siddha. I think he's a Sadhana Siddha turned Nitya Siddha, like back to the normal state. Lord Brahma, why is it he's still considered conditioned, despite we know that in every kalpa, every day of Brahma, Lord Krishna comes in, or Lord Chaitanya comes in. Why is he still called conditioned? Why isn't he taken in the category of the Pandavas where they're used as instrument? He's used as Nimitta Matra.
Mataji, I think Prabhu, could you answer this for me? I don't know. I scared I'll make mistake.
Yes, Matesha, I will try. Even I don't know the exact reference because at many places Prabhupada has written in purports that if an individual, I mean, like yesterday also there in the purports purport, I think Kirtida Mataji's purport only there were the attributes were given, like the 64 qualities to Krishna, 60 to Vishnu, and 54 or 55 to Shiva, and then 50 to Brahma. And we, the conditioned living entities, we can have maximum of 50 attributes, just like Brahma. So we can also become a Brahma the next kalpa or in the next life, non-next life. But he has to elevate himself. And he has to get those attributes. Maybe because Brahma represents this mode of passion. He's a Gunavatara, right? Brahma is representing the mode of passion, and Shiva is for the mode of ignorance. Vishnu for the this thing. I think that's how the Brahma is. I guess, Mata, even I don't know the exact reason. Maybe if anybody else wants to shed some light on this, they can share.
Because Prabhuji, our Lord Brahma is called the Antarmukhi Brahma. He's a devotee. And even in that same purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying that you have to acquire 50 qualities at least to enter the spiritual world. So I was thinking he's already a devotee. He's already a sadhana siddha. So anyone else has any comments?
So Mataji,
I was
one thing I was thinking is that Brahmaji, he is actually has a material body. It's not like he has a spiritual body, right? He is in the material world. He has a material body. He's pure intelligence. but he has a material body. Intelligence also is one of the subtle elements, but it is part of material nature. On the other hand, Narad Muni, he has a complete spiritual body. He does not have a material body at all. Right. So one way I was thinking of why, and the other thing about Brahmaji that I have heard is that not all the Brahmas become pure devotees and go back to Godhead. Some of them don't. I mean, even if they do so many 100 years of tapasya and everything, in spite of that, some of them, they don't go to the spiritual world, and then I don't know what happens to those Brahmajis. But those who are devotees, pure devotees, they actually go to the spiritual world at the end of their lifetime, but others don't. So Brahmaji, that I don't know about this universe's Brahmaji. He's actually our Sampradaya Guru, so he's a pure devotee. There are other Brahmas also, right? Because it's just a post. So.
So adding to last Prabhuji, Brahmaji is a position, and I completely agree. He has soul, and there is a difference between soul and body. So as Naraji, as there is no difference between soul and body, he is completely having the spiritual body, but Brahmaji having the difference between the body and the soul, and it is in a position, and after certain duration of a time he's supposed to be live that position and live that body. That is the reason it's into the this condition show.
Just adding that Lord Brahma is basically a Shakti-based avatar having Shrishti. So just adding to your comments, I think we should expound on this more.
So Shashtavid Avtara, and it isn't it's like that. Krishna giving his authority and power to someone. Even and we say Srila Prabhupada is also Shashtavid Avtara. So Krishna can empower any living entity, as in his with his Shakti. Again, he's in a conditioned soul. He's into the body. The soul and body is different. That means he's not spiritual. He's intelligent. Maybe his consciousness. He's maybe the Krishna consciousness, but he's into the conditioned body. That is the reason it's been called. He's into the conditions.
Yeah, Prabhu, thank you so much for all your contributions. But even I don't know the exact reference where the position of Brahma is explained. But I guess I read mostly from the Prabhupada's purport. But the position of Shiva is given in Madhurya Kadambini also in detail. The Shiva Tattva and what is his position and everything. And Vishnu, of course, the position of Vishnu is given everywhere in the Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, maybe I had to find the reference for Brahma, the position of Brahma.
Same here, Prabhuji. Same here. I will definitely find the reference. I'll hunt for it. Thank you for last Prabhuji's comment. That it just struck. I never thought of that. It just came when Mataji was doing the class.
Yes. So are there any other questions regarding the feedback?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In Bhagavad Gita 18 chapter 40th shloka, Lord says that there is no being existing either here or among the demigods in the higher planetary systems which is free from these three modes of material nature. So Brahma is also affected by three modes of material nature. Since he is in this material body, maybe he is not, so it's like it's understood that he is not freed from this illusion. And sometimes he thinks that he is a great.
Yes, absolutely right, Mataji. Agree. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, just whatever we are discussing about the conditioning nature of the Brahmaji, but we should not think that it's our conditioning and Brahmaji's condition and general conditioning, because Brahmaji is very higher position and he is doing the great service for the Lord. And Lord also took a second with him at the when the Lord gave him direction that the top or this he was just doing austerity, and he just Lord asking him to for the creation.
So Bombaji is not the ordinary person like any other conditioned soul. Although he is under modes of material nature, because Satyalok is also not the beyond modes, it is most of the mode of goodness, but it is not the beyond mode of goodness. Is a not Suddha Sattva. But still, he is not a ordinary person like others.
Definitely, Puruji. Mataji mentioned that he's Shashtavesha Avtara. So he's not ordinary, he's altogether worshipable. Well, so definitely he's not ordinary.
Okay, thank you so much for this. Okay, Mataji, I don't have any questions. I'd like to share the feedback first, and then the other students will share their feedback. So, Damayanti Mataji, thank you so much for a beautiful presentation. It was very sweet and beautiful presentation, Mataji, explaining the position of Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, thank you so much for choosing the verse. So, Mataji, first I would like to comment on the presentation skills. First the positives and then the room for improvement, and then later the other sections. So, Mataji, your presentation skills they're very good. You reached the audience very nicely. You projected yourself also very nicely in the beginning. You introduced yourself and you started with the Kirtan and you did the Mangalacharan. Only thing you missed, which I interrupted in the middle, is that actually it is ideally recommended to first read the verse and then the translation and then the purport. Mataji, are you there? I'm audible to you?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I'll do that.
Because
Okay.
even I personally had this experience
Mhm.
that one time I was in Vrindavan in a Srimad Bhagavatam class where my Bhakti Vaibhava teacher, he was invited to give Srimad Bhagavatam class, and there were so many Prabhupada disciples sitting in that class. And Prabhu just maybe he wants to try in a different order, maybe just he forgot something. He didn't read the purport. He directly started speaking and he just he went here and there, Acharya's commentaries and other sections and everything. He shared a lot of information, but they were all upset that Prabhu didn't read the Prabhupada's purport first. Because it's just recommended even during some Prabhupada times. Because when Prabhupada also giving lectures, sometimes he requests them to read the purport, what is written in the purport. He himself wrote, but still he wants them to read again. And then he starts commenting, adding like that. So the usual structure in ISKCON is that we can first read the purport. Okay, that's a very small thing. That's okay. And yeah, there was sufficient volume. And the speech is also very clear, Matai. Only thing is that accent, I don't say it as a room for improvement because English is not primary language for most of us, not a first language. So I can clearly say that it's Malaysian accent. Is Malacca in Malaysia, Matai?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, yeah. Yes, yes. So it's Malaysian, but still it's okay. We can understand. It's not an issue.
Okay.
And language is also fluid. It's not stilted. It's like we're searching for words. And you beautifully looked at audience, maintained proper eye contact, had a good pose, used proper gestures throughout the lecture. I really appreciate that much. I can see your hands very clear. And yeah, doing the whole presentation, you were very flexible, competent, and well prepared, and also confident in your presentation. You actively sought contributions from the audience from the beginning, middle, at the end. Which is good. So it will help you, it will help the speaker to build rapport with the audience, so that audience can be feel very warm, outgoing, and also personal. Then they should come up with different ideas. Like just know, we all should a lot of contributions from whatever knowledge which we have regarding the position of the Brahma. Okay, and you started on time, Mataji, you finished before time, which is very, very good.
Okay,
And you also mastered time well and made room for question answers. So, Mataji, only one room for improvement from my side is very small thing, is the space fillers, Mataji.
Okay.
Maybe you notice you're making a sound called many
Alright.
times from the beginning. So it just happens.
Mhm,
Of course, you are running a school, you are a teacher, but still,
mhm,
maybe out of nervousness, anxiety, trying to recollect the words. So we usually fill the space, with some words. Or sometimes repeat the words called so.
Okay.
Bhaktivedanta Prabhu says in my TTC, if I remember, that if you can't, Prabhu first says, don't try to speak what is exactly written in your notes.
Oh,
Do not
okay.
to, speak exactly those words. We can paraphrase them. We can speak whatever comes to your mind, then you'll not be able to fill the space. There is no need of any space fillers because you'll just going in a flow. And the second thing is that if you want to really, if you really want to recollect those words, just take a gap. Be quiet
Okay.
and don't extend. Like that.
All
It's
right.
a simple thing, but I'm just telling it to other students also.
Okay. All right.
Prabhu also does the same thing. When he wants to try to share something, try to recollect in his mind, he just stops suddenly. Whole room will be silent.
Okay. All right,
And
Prabhu.
then that's
Note.
only one small room for improvement in the presentation skills.
I'll take note
And
of that.
body of,
Prabhu.
yes, nothing. And body of presentation, nothing. Everything is excellent. You read the Sanskrit verse with nice pronunciation. You also quoted the verses with right pronunciation. And you give a nice overview of this section of Bhagavatam where Narada asked questions first and he addressed his father Dhamma as the Supreme Lord. And then in this section, from the 9th to 13th verses, Brahma clarifies, corrects Narada's convictions that he is not the Supreme, he is just a recreator. He clearly says in the before verse, I only recreate what is already been created. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you covered the main philosophical points, Matthew, of this verse and also the purport, the translation, expand it. And I really appreciate that you went line by line of Prabhupada's purport. And then you added relevant points at each and every section. And of course, you finished with the Prabhupada's purport, which is a very ideal way of presentation. Either ways we can do. First, we can explain the purport, all the points, and then you can add additional information. Or else, if we have some relevant information at each and every section of the Prabhupada's purport, we can add. Even it's the same with the practical application part also. At every section of the Prabhupada's purport, if you have some points to share for mood and mission, some points to share for preaching application, personal application, you can share. So that is, which is very good. Okay, and you shared some reference from the people. And for the body presentation, there's a room for improvement could be, which I noticed it. You quoted few verses from Bhagavad Gita, but I want you to quote more verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, establishing Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are many verses from the many prayers you can take, the Indra prayers, the Prahlad Maharaj prayers, and where Krishna is specifically mentioned as the Supreme Personality of God. Of course, Brahma Samhita Prabhupada has already quoted, and in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam also there are so many prayers where they clearly say. Of course, you quoted from the Bhagavad Gita, from the 14th chapter, and there are other verses from Bhagavad Gita also. Ham Sarasva Prabhu Mata Sarva Prabhu. Things can be quoted, establishing Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God compared to other things. But still, there are some other verses too from the Srimad Bhagavatam where you can share some more information, establishing Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. Maybe in the 2.8, the second canto 8th chapter, there are Brahma's prayers. He himself prays, beautiful prayers. It's an important question for us in Bhakti Vaibhava CBA exam. The whole flow chart. We by-hearted all the prayers of Brahma. It was a Gauranga Darshan Prabhu has spread in a nice flow chart. Very beautiful place.
Which
second canto, 8th chapter, I think. Eighth chapter.
Okay, chapter. All right. Okay.
And the small thing is that, Mati, actually Prabhupada has quoted that people who praise others as the supreme gods, they're considered as the camels, asses, and everything. Do you know the verse, Mata, which Prabhupada is referring to?
Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu?
No. It's actually from Srimad Bhagavatam. Just give me a
Srimad
minute.
Bhagavatam.
If anybody
She
wants to
mentioned the
try.
verse, Prabhuji, 2319.
Acha,
Mataji did
she
mention the
mentioned it.
verse.
Okay, good.
Yes,
I missed
Srimad
that.
Bhagavatam.
3:19. Yeah.
And she
Yes,
explained
yes.
that also. Very nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. What is the verse? My beginning of the verse, I forgot. Swa it starts.
2319. Oh,
Swa
1 second.
Varahastra Khare something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Swavid Varahostrakharam.
yes, Harai. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so indeed Mataji mentioned it, right? I missed it.
Yeah.
Very good. So Prabhupada is taking this from 2319, where Sutta Goswami speaks. Sutta Goswami says nice verses there in the section. Okay. I'm coming to practical. And Mataji, I really appreciate the story which you have shared. And you nicely narrated it too. I never heard that before. Where where it is established in the position of Krishna as a supreme God, and all other demigods are working as his servants.
Yeah.
Very good. What is the reference of this story, Mataji? Is it from local Tamil some story, or is it from any scripture?
No, one of the presenter, Srimad Bhagavatam presenter. It's not from here, from India.
Okay, you heard it from a lecture?
Yes, from a lecture.
Okay. Anyhow, it's fine. No issue. We can share. It was clearly established in Krishna. The difference between Krishna and the
Supreme
demigods.
Enjoyer.
Yes. And Mata, I really appreciate you really spent a lot of time on the practical application part in Prabhupada's modern mission, and and you explained in detail about the Radhayatras, our ISKCON, the process which is going on ISKCON, which clearly depicts the modern mission of Srila Prabhupada. And then you also shed some light on preaching application part, particularly the book distribution, where you have shared your personal experiences also, preaching experience too. When distributing Bhagavad Gita's in your place and everything. So thank you so much, Mataji, for spending some time in the practical application part. I don't have any room for improvement on that. It's fine. Modern mission in general, it was there, and you can also share some Prabhupada pastimes too related to this. Maybe I'm remembering one pastime from Bhakti Vinod Thakur, I guess. There is one yogi, right, who considers himself as the Supreme Lord. Can anyone remember his name? His name is
Vishwaksen.
No,
yes.
Yes, Vishwaksen. He's from Orissa.
Yes, Vishwakshin, something like that.
Yes.
I mean, he considers himself as Supreme Lord, and he dances with all the gopis. Where then Bhakti Vinod Thakur, police try to. He has some yogic powers in his haze. He gets energy from his haze, jeta. So whenever they try to arrest him, he can easily escape from the jail. Actually, they will not be able to arrest him, I guess. So because of his yogic powers, he could able to control them. So, but then Bhaktivinoda Thakur personally comes and he stops him, and he arrests him, and keeps him in the jail with the help of the police personnel. But because of that, Bhaktivinoda Thakur suffers from severe health disorders. He gets sick. His family gets sick, and of course, most of the people know this story. All his family gets sick, but still, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has firm faith on Srimad Bhagavatam. He used to read Srimad Bhagavatam regularly so that it should not affect him. The yogic powers should not affect him. And then gradually, what happens is he realizes that okay, he has some yogic powers. He has a source of his yogic powers is his jeta, the hair. So he tells the people to cut the hair. So then, when he was so scared, but still, I know they will torture his head. So once his hairs come up, he lost all his yogic powers and he just becomes dead. I think it was in the Prabhupada's biography movie also, directed by Abhay Charan series. Yes.
He
Is it
committed
Vishwaksana
suicide
or
at the end he committed suicide, something like that.
suicide? Maybe.
Maybe in
But
the
as soon as
jail, someone.
his head is tortured, he dies. Very. I remember from the Navadip Manda Parikrama, we had a drama. It's not Viswaksen exactly, Mati. It's something little funny.
Prabhuji, Bisai Kisen, Bisa Kisen.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. Yes. Maybe both are same. I don't know. Bridge Kishan.
I'm looking up something online. It says Bisa Kisen. So maybe it's lost in translation, right? Because
yeah, maybe the same thing. Maybe Viswaksen. I'm not sure, Mati. Somebody contributed. I don't know whether he's the same person or not. But Bridge Kishan is this story which I shared. But Thakur confronted this fellow.
There was
So
one.
maybe this. Yeah, Prabhuji.
Falgu Baba also, Prabhuji. One Falgu Baba, but he came.
Yes. Something similar story like this. So something like that, which can, where how Supreme Personality, Krishna is the best Supreme Personality of Godhead, where the others are not. Fine. Of course, it's not clearly the modern mission of Sri Prabhupada, but of course, Acharyas, we can share no issue. So, Matai, overall, it's a wonderful presentation, Matai. Very
Thank
less
you very
room for
much,
improvement,
Prabhu.
but there are more on the positives in your presentation.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Matai. And one more tip for other students too. If you really want to connect these synonyms or explain the synonyms of the verse, maybe I don't think you spend much time on the synonyms, Matai. But actually, Kitita Matai did spend a lot of time on explaining each and every word. So my tip is that my suggestion for the students is that they can refer to the Subodhini, Bhagavata Subodhini, or Vishnu Chakravarti commentary. Because Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur's Saradha Dashni Tika, the translation Prabhu clearly, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur clearly refers to the synonyms of each verse. Like in the same verse, just explains that Tasmai Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhimahi. So that means I meditate on the Supreme Lord Vasudeva in Maya Durjaya, by whose insurmountable Maya, Mam Vadanti Jagadguru. Mam Vadanti means speak. So who people speak, people call him as the Guru of the universe. So like this, Krishna Chakravarti Thakur also writes a translation in each stanza. For each stanza. Of course, if you can refer to the Bhanu Maharaj translation, it will be very easy for it. Subodhini also same. Like Subodhini, Varun Krishna Prabhu usually have a flow chart. For each line, he writes the English meaning on the right side. For each line on the right side. It's a nice way to explain the verse, the synonyms of the verse, the meaning of the verse. Fine, Roji. Thank you so much. So now.
Noted, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you for much for all the tips given.
Hare Yes, Kirtan Mataji, would you like to share your feedback?
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Damayanti, Devidas Mataji. I loved your class. It was so beautiful, so sweet. You covered, I should say, covered all the aspects. I was really impressed because normally, like I've done first few verses of Vedanta Sutra, and there the stress is on Upanishad big time. So you actually covered Yato Vaimani Bhutani, Taittiriya Upanishad. From IMDb, I have done the Vedanta Sutra by Venugopal Prabhu, where he drilled it into our head. So I love the references that you've given from Bhagavad Gita, from the Upanishad, from Brahma Samhita, a favorite. Also the verse of 2:3:19 Srimad Bhagavatam. That was a nice connect. Beautiful. I also liked Mataji when you put the word stress on Dhimahi, which is, and you connected it to SB 1.1.1, on meditation. It's equivalent to Gayatri. So very, that was beautiful, very important points. Also, you explained about Bhagavad Gita as it is, and you explained how people were trying to edit that. That's there in the Bhagavad Gita introduction also, how it was being done. So that was very nice. It reminded me of how I got the original sets of SB. I was remembering that from one Srila Prabhupada disciple. Her name is Dhanishta Mataji from LA. The original Srimad Bhagavatam set, and we were crying, me and my dad. It was amazing. So it has a lot of import as it is. Really beautiful. Then another one is, I like the way you actually took 5 minutes out explaining about what does no Krishna And what does not connected to Krishna mean? No Krishna versus not connected to Krishna. That was beautiful. So you were actually talking about the activity, and then you talked about the result. It's because the desire. So that was a very nice connect. Then also Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, you mentioned that. Lord Chaitanya and Rupa Goswami's connect on how he taught the tattva, like the Lord Krishna is the cause of all causes. Another one you brought, you took us back to the analogy of Sarvakarana Karana. So, and then you brought in Srila Prabhupada in this. Why is God? You asked this very nice question. Why not God consciousness? Why Krishna consciousness? Which our Mataji, Shobhamai Mataji explained very nicely. And then also you spoke about Ratha Yatra, two activities. So each point was very karma free. Sorry. Oh, I thought you saying to stop. Okay. Then also, Mataji, I love the story. That's the first time I've heard the story about the foreigner when you're looking for God. So Prabhuji is right. Very nice story and very profound. It emphasizes on that everyone else works for Krishna. Lord Krishna is always enjoying. So the cowherd boy, Rupa. So very nice, Mataji. In all, I love the class. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the feedback, Mataji. Actually, after you giving the feedback, I know what I've done. Okay, some of the points just came in the flow. So thank you so much for the feedback.
You'll get the recording, Mataji, from our Vaibhav Vishal Prabhuji.
Yes, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vaibhav Vishal Prabhu, do you have the feedback from link, Prabhuji?
No, Prabhuji, I don't have it.
Oh, okay, 1 second then. So let me hang up the call. Okay, Hare Krishna. Mukunda Prabhuji, are you ready, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So, Prabhuji, if you're ready, you can start.
Hare Krishna, just 1 minute.
Yeah, please. Meanwhile, Prabhu will start the Kirtan, Prabhu. Mukunda Prabhu, we can start 7:20 till 8:05 we have time.
Yeah. Sloka is 7:47.
Okay, no issue. You can start the Kirtan, Prabhu. No issue.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jayo Girivaradari Jayo Yasodhanandana Jayo Braja Jana Ranjana Jayo Yamuna Tiravanachari Jayo Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada Hare Krishna. I'm a Mugunda Das from Malacca, Malaysia. I must just do a small service and Krishna Balaram temple in Malacca, Malaysia. Okay. So we are continuing with our actually this is the first time for the presentation in English. We always have a local language and Tamil classes. The first time in English class in presentation in okay. Please enter to chapter 7, schedule of incarnation. Okay, we are reciting the sloka. Sasvat prasantam abhayam pradibodhamatram suddham samasat satat paramatma tattvam sadona yatra puro kartavam pritvatto maya pradibi Bimukha vilayamana tadvai padam bhagavata paramasya purpumso brahmeti yadvidu ajasram sugam visogam. One meaning words. Saswat, eternal. Prasanta, without disturbance. Abhayam, without fear. Pradibodham matram, the consciousness opposite to the material contemplate. Suddham, uncontaminated. Samam, without distinction. Satvasta, of the cause of effect. Paramatma Tattvam, the principle of primary cause. Sabda, speculative sound. Not yatra, where there is Purusha Karatvam, resulting the fruitive action. Karya Artha, for the matter of sacrifice. Maya, illusion. Pravritti, by a way. Bimukti, in form of. Cha, also. Bijalamana, being ashamed of. That why is certainly padam, ultimate space force. Bhagavata of the personality of Godhead, Paramasya, the supreme, Pumsa of the person, Brahma, the absolute, Iti, thus, yet which we do, knowing us, Ajasra, unlimited, Sugam, happiness, Visugam, without grief. Translation: what is realized as absolute Brahma in full of unlimited bliss without grief, that is certainly the ultimate source of the supreme enjoyer. The personality of Godhead is eternally void of all the disturbance and fearless. Is a complete consciousness as opposed to matter, uncontaminated and without discrimination. He is the principal primal cause of all cause and effect, in whom there is no sacrifice for the fruity activity, and in whom his illusory energy does not stand.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, you want me to read the purport, Prabhu? Prabhu can read? I read on behalf. Prabhu want to read, okay.
The supreme purport is Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The supreme enjoyer, the personality of Godhead, is the supreme Brahman, and someone born because he's being a supreme cause of all causes. The conception of the impersonal Brahman realization is the first step due to his distinction from the illusory conception of the material system. In other words, the impersonal Brahma is the further of the absolute, distant from the material veritableness. Just the higher conception distinct from the counterfeit darkness, but the light as its veritableness, which is seen by those who are further advanced in the light. Right? And thus, the ultimate realization of Brahman is the source of the Brahman light, the supreme personality of Godhead, the summon born, or the ultimate source of everything. Therefore, meeting the supreme personality of Godhead include the realization of impersonal Brahman as realized as first in contact with the material enabler. The personality of Godhead is a third step of Brahman realization. As explained in the first canto, one must understand all three features of the absolute Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Hare Krishna. Can I continue with the purpose, Prabhu? Because long purpose.
No, Prabhu. If the purport is too long, then please consider the first paragraph.
Yeah.
You need not to read the whole purport. You can just cover in your speech, lecture.
Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanasalagayam Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidinamini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirveshi Shunyavad Prachapudashadar. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasa Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Vancha Kalpatarubhyaksha Kripa Sindhu Pyevacha Palitana Bhavanebhyo Vishnu. Hare Krishna. This Canto 2, Chapter 7 is schedule of incarnation. This chapter is a conclusion for the conclusion verse regarding the description of Brahma to Narada for all the incarnation taking place. The conclusion is what is the source of all the incarnation. Because this verse is a very long description of the Brahma and Paramatma, Bhagavan. Here, Krishna is a supreme enjoyer and is a supreme, the cause of all the causes for the Brahman and Paramatma and Bhagavan. In the first paragraph, Prabhupada is explained about the Brahma realization is the first step for the understanding of the absolute truth. Because it's a very beginning, then only this Brahma realization, when then Paramatma further more advanced and come to the Bhagavan, then they can understand the real about the Krishna and his incarnation and everything. Pratibodha matram. Because we are in material condition and we are attracted with the Krishna's primary energy, then is just by the consciousness, we have no clear consciousness of understanding about the this tattva. The thing is separated, and but by develop the Krishna consciousness, then one can understand the relationship with us and Supreme Personality Godhead, because it's a Pribodha Matram. It's just an opposite conception of a material existence in the matter of the material miserable. Here Prabhupada in purport said the connection with the Jiva and with the God, like affection with the father and son. But unfortunately, we are forget the real relationship with the God, and we think we are separated and we are different, something different. Here, establish the Brahma established again the real our dharma by explain the schedule of incarnation of the Lord. Because the Lord they have this incarnation, they have a lot of incarnation like Gunavadar, Leelavadar, Manvandravadar, and many avatars to establish again the real relationship, real relation with the soul and God. He is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita why the Lord come. They take a lot of incarnation for protect the sadhu, paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya, to reestablish again the dharma where they already forget of a long time, from the million of years they already forget because they misuse their own independent, and they think this is something different and try to enjoy the thing. By establish again the real dharma, the Lord is come in the different form, and finally he come in the form of a Bhagavatam, so to enlighten in people with the knowledge to understand Krishna, to understand the real relationship with the Lord. In Prabhupada mentioned about the such a happiness in established by the word. Supreme Person. Our ultimate goal of life is must be we must be establish the real love to Krishna. For that we are come to take the devotional service. The devotional service is the only process. Pure devotional service is the only process to establish again our relationship with the God. Because we take the take instruction from the bona fide spiritual master to make us to establish again our relationship with the Lord. It's how Prabhupada is so kind, so mercy, bring this transcendental knowledge throughout the world to establish again the dharma where they all forget and they all in the miserable condition because they don't know the absolute truth. Then they try to enjoy this world according to their own way, but you don't know this. Everything is under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all the devatas here to fulfill the desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When we neglected this relationship, unfortunately, we are always put in our miserable condition. Although we are born in the very rich country and very comfortable life, but still we have no peace and no peace, no bliss, and no happiness because they are engaged in the different activity to make them happy. But because our Vaishnava is a Acharya, like a Prabhupada is a Paradokta, very, very compassion. They execute the order of their Guru Maharaj to give the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Prem to all living entity throughout the world. The parents also cannot give the real happiness for the children. When the children is grown up, when they won't have own further, they immediately already flying to get the more other thing. But Srila Prabhupada yes, give to the conditioned soul the Krishna Prem and make them happy and come to the point to surrender Krishna and establish again their real identification of their life. Then only we can understand the real what is the purpose of the Lord Krishna incarnate and all the schedule of incarnation. Otherwise, we cannot. We don't care about the Lord incarnation or Lord devotees. We never surrender to the devotees and value the devotional service, because here the devotional service only the way to make us understand the relationship with the Lord. And here, Srila Prabhupada, they are established in God consciousness all over the world by arrange a lot of festival. Like us, we are celebrate all the festival of the different incarnations, Ram Navami, Narsimha Chaturthi, Vamana Dwadasi. From there, we can glorify all the incarnation of the Lord, and we can know all the incarnation. Then we can be more closest, more understanding about the Lord incarnation and how kind the Lord will come in the different forms to protect the devotees. And when we be in the God consciousness, then we will also protect it, although we are in the in the different situation, but still we can be protected. That is our Prabhupada mode to bring this to all over the world and establish in everybody's heart in the God consciousness by create a lot of a festival, celebrate a lot of festival, and establish a deity worship temple, establish the temple, the mega devotees can participate and become always in God conscious to understand all the schedule of incarnation of the Lord. From the by engaging in Krishna conscious activity, we can protect ourselves from the we can protect ourselves from the illusory energy, inferior energy of the Lord. Cannot be near to Krishna or to Maya. We cannot come too near. When we can be always in Krishna conscious by following the footstep of previous Acharya by rendering devotional service. Then we can get the real Brahma Saukyam. Here I mentioned Prabhupada Brahma Saukyam. We can get the real understanding about the God. Then here by Prabhupada mode and mission encourage the devotees, encourage the world to by distributing the transcendental knowledge book distribution is our major program in our Krishna conscious activity, and preaching and train the senior disciple to preach this transcendental knowledge throughout the world and initiated them and make them very serious in understanding the this Krishna Tattva. This is a Prabhupada mission, and until now everything going on very peacefully by observing this all Krishna conscious activity throughout the world. When Malaysia is a Muslim country, but still this festival and program is going on by the mercy of our acharyas and our Guru Varga, all give the very enthusiasm in Krishna conscious activity to be more closest to the devotional service and practice Krishna consciousness. Okay, actually, okay, if you have any question, then we can enjoy answers. So thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Or in other words, something quoting from Chaitanya Charitamrita, where the eternal illusory energy of Krishna, known as the external energy of Krishna, is called Maya, is always ashamed to stand in front of Krishna. And in front of Krishna and his pure devotees. And there we can get the protection. We can be, because we are in devotional service is a more higher taste than others. This is our conclusion to practice devotional service. One time Miss Prabhupada asked by some devotees, why you must establish the temple? Since we have a lot of temple already abandoned, nobody take it, then why still you make the temple here? Then Prabhupada said, no, this temple for create the service to the devotees, to give the opportunity to others to practice devotion service. We never make the temple for collection, but we give the chance to everybody to engage. This is the main purpose, to establish a lot of centers all over the world where everybody can take part in the devotion service and progress. Hare Krishna. So, thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. No, clear, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
శాస్త్రములు ఏలట చేస్తారు, సాధువులను ఏలట చేస్తారు, భగవాన్ సరైన అక్షరమును ఏలట చేస్తారు. వారు గురువు ఆదేశాలను తెలుసుకుంటారు, శాస్త్ర విధులను పట్టించుకోరు. భక్తి మహిమలను వీటన్నిటికీ వారు ఆకర్షితులు కారు. అందుకే వారు స్వంత ఉన్నత మార్గం తయారు చేసుకుంటున్నారు. ఇవి అసలు జీవన స్థితి.
Prabhuji, we can't hear anything.
Yeah, I was
Another background class going on, another language. Mukunda Prabhuji, I should say, very difficult shloka you chose.
Yeah. Somebody chose like this shloka.
I mean,
busy,
you can actually, okay, you can actually give like a 3 to 4 hour lecture on this shloka. Each word can be explained. Wow.
Hey Krishna, am I audible now?
Now it is okay, Babuji. Now it's okay.
So sorry. So I was telling that if anybody has a question, they comment. If they want to reflect something, they can speak. If they have any reflection, they can share. Okay.
Very difficult shloka, Prabhuji.
Yeah, very difficult. But even the purpose is so lengthy, even very difficult for me to comprehend this time. Okay, anyhow, Prabhuji, thank you so much for a wonderful presentation. Prabhuji. Mukund Prabhuji, did you attend the orientation session, Prabhu?
Prabhu?
I gave an orientation session a couple of weeks back, sharing all the guidelines and also the assessment criteria for Bhakti Vaibhava Module class presentation. Did you attend that class? Or we do after the recording?
Yeah, Prabhu. Yes.
Really, I mean, presentation overall was a very good presentation, but I feel that there's a lot of room for improvement your presentation, particularly according to the guidelines, and you're a very senior devotee and also very senior speaker. In the Bhakti Vaibhava Module class presentation, Bhagavatam class lecture, there's certain guidelines given by the Master Institute. Then ideal Bhagavatam class. Maybe my suggestion to you, Prabhu, I mean, if possible, if you would like to take a second chance, it would be very nice, Prabhuji. Maybe at the end of all presentations, if you can go through all the guidelines, but the guidelines according to the handbook of Market Institute and also the SC criteria which are shared in the orientation session, if you can prepare a lecture based on these guidelines, I think it will be very nice thing for you. What do you feel, Mukul? I mean, this is a good lecture, but still, according to the guidelines, still there is. I feel that there's a lot of improvement in your presentation skills and also the body of presentation, practical application part. So, my suggestion could be that take a second chance for you to share your marketing class. It's okay for you.
Okay, thank you.
Please take a chance, Prabhu. I will inform to Father Sati Prabhu. And maybe after all presentations are finished, at the end, please go through all the guidelines again. And of course, when you listen to other students' lectures now, also the feedback of other students will come to know. But in nutshell, Prabhu, I want to share the room for improvement overall. I'm not going in detail. It was a very good presentation, Prabhu. Yeah, introduce yourself very nicely, very short Kirtan, and you have a nice structure of reading the verse, translation, and also the purpose of thought. Yeah, the only thing, the volume is also not so sufficient of this little low. I feel that you can increase your volume more, and then because you are telling that it's your first English class, you are a Christian from beginning career. But still, I really appreciate your endeavor. The main thing is that you are not looking at the audience fully. I feel that you are looking down. Maybe I don't know whether particularly I can't see your gestures too, hand movements, because the camera is set up in such a way that I can't see your hand movements. I can show your face. And that's why I feel that you are looking down. I don't see any proper eye contact. So it's very hard for me to follow the class also. Exactly what you're speaking, to catch your words also, it's a little tough for me. What do you want to share? It's like just sharing something, but I could not get it. I could not follow it. Because you are not regularly checking with the audience also. Because I just shared in the feedback of all the students. So regularly check with the audience whether they are clear about it or does it make sense to them. Does it need a clarification like that? And we also didn't seek any contributions from the audience. We just went on speaking, which is ideal, not good for an ideal presentation. See that you can take some contributions from the audience. Just ask some open-ended questions. Is it okay, Prabhu? Okay, Prabhu, are you with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, Prabhu. So just simple, little information which I'm sharing in brief. And for your presentation, I know it's a very difficult words to speak because there's a lot of philosophy in this, establishing reference between Bhagavan, Paramatma, and also the Brahman. We can go in detail also because there are a lot of information, there's a lot of information. It's very hard to cover this, but still, we appreciate it shows this words. But the main thing is that I cannot follow you, bro. Maybe whether you're reading from the purport or even reading from somewhere, you're sharing something. It's not able to easily catch it. I don't know about other students. But I feel that you try to share some information, that explains some piece of points of this work and also that's what. I remember I did catch the one paper class which was shared. So just which covers the purpose in the mission a little bit. And you finish your presentation so early, Prabhuji. Even according to my Institute guidelines, it should not be less than 35 minutes, I guess. Can anybody remember? About Shah Prabhu in an area? Okay.
40, Roji,
40 minutes, Prabhu.
40.
40 minutes, yes, yes. This one is 40 minutes. But yeah, you finished at 7:45. We almost missed probably 25 minutes. So it's too less probably. I don't think it's too. So overall, it's a good presentation. It's a nice endeavor. Roji, you can just take the help of the other devotees and also you can go through all the guidelines again, happens to handbook guidelines and all stuff. This is the criteria which I shared in the previous session. And please try to give a second chance to Roji. Please try to take a second chance. Please review your Bhagavatam class again at the end. Is it okay with you?
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, sir. Would anybody like to share the feedback? I think Rasilas Prabhu, are you the one scheduled in the poster?
What's your question, Prabhuji?
I mean, I think, yeah, you are mentioned, right? The schedule to share feedback on the presentation.
Okay. So I already posted my feedback on the WhatsApp group. So the nice thing was basically Prabhuji, he literally went through the entire purport, covered each and every point in the purport. He went through all the paragraphs, so that was really nice. The points of improvement was so when it was mentioned about Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan, I was expecting you to quote Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yad jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagwan iti shabdate. And then later on also there is a talk about purification of senses. So that time I was expecting you to quote something about Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate and Sevan Mukhi Jivado, how do you purify the senses? So something along like I thought that there were not enough philosophical verses that were quoted. Srimad Bhagavatam, Nectar of Devotion, Bhagavad Gita. You went through the whole purport, but you were just explaining the lines as they were. Instead of quoting more and linking them with other verses in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, or Nectar of Devotion. Then the other thing is it seemed very dry in the sense that I would have expected more stories and something to keep it more lively and more the audience will stay with you if you are going to tell a story. If you just talk philosophy, they'll go and sleep. So it becomes really dry, very hard to continue following something that is going on like that. And then it was very short. I think the total time that you took was like 30 minutes. But that also like, just the first part and then actual talking, explanation of the purport itself was maybe 20 minutes, maybe not more than 25 minutes. So it was too short and the purport was long enough that there was a lot of scope for elaboration on a lot of points. It's a huge purport. You can go on and on, as Kirtida Vallavi Mataji was saying, you can go and talk for 2-3 hours on this particular purport. But here just you're not even able to reach 40 minutes. So yeah, that's my feedback. I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the final session. Is that right, Shamsundar Prabhu? He's going to give a talk. So
Yes,
I want I do acknowledge that this is your first English presentation. This is in Tamil, so I know it's very challenging, but I want to see how you present in the final presentation. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, would you like to respond to your feedback? So, Prabhuji, I just want to share that it just didn't take trouble of sharing a lot of things, but at least just follow the structure of a presentation, which is shared in the orientation session. Bhakti Vaibhava Handbook also. Just follow the structure, introduction, synonyms, what is the presentation, the story, and then the practical application part. In that model mission, facing application, personal application, and then summarize, conclude. Simple structure. I don't mind the content also. At least I really appreciate if we have a nice content and nice information, but still at least should have a should have a, I think no. You should follow the structure program. Hare Krishna, I'm audible to you.
Yeah.
Would you like to respond? Would you like to share what the performance of it? Hare Krishna.
Clear.
So would you like to respond to feedback of last year's Prabhu?
Yeah. Try my best.
Okay. Sure to just apply next presentation. Okay.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. So I think Madhu shall Prabhu shall
Sorry, Prabhuji, I can't hear you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, shall we conclude today? I don't think there is a necessity of sharing feedback on Prabhu's presentation. Prabhu will definitely review.
Prabhuji is mostly busy with seva, so maybe find time and do it next time. I mean, the last, so that's fine, Prabhuji.
So, Prabhuji, should we give feedback or don't give feedback?
No. So maybe at the end of this present again, then we can share feedback. Okay.
Sure, just to Prabhuji,
please.
Mukundadas Prabhuji, I just want to say that I myself love dry philosophy, so I can stay awake in a philosophical class. I love it. It's my go-to place, my home. So I loved what you were talking. I wish you could go more on and on. I people who love philosophy, this shloka, it's like a gold mine. Each word can go on and on. So actually, I was hoping you would go more, talk more on the subject.
He could go long and long when he speaks in Tamil. It can be like 3 hours.
Oh.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. I try
No,
my
Prabhuji.
best.
We really want to hear your class.
What is the English Bhakti Vaibhava class? Please try to follow the structure for it. I can understand because it's very hard, very challenging, as like last year was Prabhu said, giving the class for the first time in English, different language. But at least try to follow the structure. So definitely be happy to share feedback and marks. Hope you didn't mind, Prabhu. Because I don't want to offend you. We just, depend to the guidelines.
Okay, Prabhu, I try my best. Thank you for the comment.
Shamsundar Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I actually missed your class. I was traveling, so I missed that particular class.
Me too, Prabhuji.
Can you share that the whatever presentation you gave and the structure of the talk, that single slide? Can you share that either on WhatsApp?
So I think I share notes also on my screen. Definitely, it's a simple structure which I just spoke. Maybe I will try to prepare a chart again, prepare a picture again. Definitely would like to share for them. But if possible, probably go through the recording because I shared almost all the assessment criteria. I shared almost the assessment criteria which I'm going to look the points literally the whole class. So it would be very beneficial. Whoever listens to that class, they could able to easily score very well.
Prabhuji, do you have your recording?
I think so. By now, okay. But it was recorded, right?
No, probably, even I missed that class because I was also traveling.
I know. You didn't attend. Yeah, you didn't attend. I remember. But the class is recorded, right?
Attend, Prabhuji.
He is not sharing.
You should go check the recordings. Check the cloud recordings.
I don't think it exists.
Prabhuji, coordinator told us that this class was very important, so it won't be recorded. It is mandatory to attend. I was traveling. It was business travel. And then everyone else was traveling.
If I remember correctly, definitely it was recorded material. I remember it. I remember it because I remember.
Anyone here has the recording?
No, actually, Prabhuji, it shows being recorded. but it does not get recorded because when I record the calls and the classes, I record on my personal laptop. I mean, it goes to a central server, Zoom server. I don't know, but nobody has access to that server to pick that recording because there's no password for that login or something like that. So it's a complicated issue, Prabhuji. I mean, yeah, last time in Bhakti Shastri, we could access the me and Shyam Prabhu were managing the recordings in the previous Bhakti Shastri. There we had the login password for that, but now we don't have it, Prabhuji. So issue and we don't have.
Okay, so now you are doing this local recording process in your device?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe you can ask Parthasani Prabhu. It's up to you, but I am happy to share. That's not an issue. Maybe I have to take a few minutes, next time, minutes, like that. Of course, the same structure, simple structure. But in detail, I shared all the assessment criteria which I'm going to look in each presentation. So I think that.
Prabhuji, if I can request, maybe we can have a very quick 15 minutes orientation again. I mean, if possible, I'll record that, and if somebody is not able to join, then I can share the recording again. I mean, with everyone. I mean, if that is with you, because we still
Nice
have.
idea. Yeah, I don't have any problem, Kenji. So when do you want to do that? Maybe not today, because I have a service at 8:30.
Whenever you are available, Prabhuji, just let me know. I mean, I can record if
from tomorrow on, anytime. But I think many people are working to find the time. But here in South India, these are holidays. Sometimes the holidays are going. So we are free in this the whole next week. May not be tomorrow, though, because tomorrow is my birthday. And we seeking blessings from all the Vaishnavas here in my temple. Maybe day after tomorrow,
Okay. We can talk separately offline. We can talk.
Yeah, I think it's the timing. Just summarize in 15 seconds.
Vaibhav Vishal Prabhu, can you share the details of the presentation on the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Whatever I get, I'll share.
Hare Krishna Samsundar Prabhu. Prabhuji, you just, when you are talking about the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that so is it that Vishwanath Chakravarti Tika, which is translated by Bhanuswami Maharaj?
Yes. See, Vamshi, first of all, I'd like to know, maybe it happened with the same batch, previous batch too. Same thing happened to the previous batch. Do you have the file prepared by the Govardhan College? I want every Bhakti Vaibhava student to have, they prepared a nice file with each verse, with the Vishnu Chakra Thakur translation and Sri Vallabhacharya translation, and then again Prabhupada's purport, and then Vishnu Chakra Thakur purport, and then Vallabhacharya purport, and then Jiva Goswami Kramasandarbha purport. I mean, verse by verse, canto by canto, all the 12 cantos. I shared for all the students in the last batch. Maybe I should share it with my Institute team in the next review meeting, because these files are very helpful for us during our Bhakti Vaibhava time, because I did it for Western Bhagat Mahavidyalaya. They covered all Acharya's comments, so it's mandatory for us to have these files. Even I feel that this will be very useful to all the Bhakti Vaibhava students to explore beyond Prabhupada's purport, to get some clarity on Prabhupada's purport. Of course, most of the Prabhupada's purport is from Vishnu Chakra Thakur after first canto, from second canto, because Prabhupada is so busy with, he extracted almost points, because he has his style of writing, but still he extracted a lot of information directly from the Vishnu Chakra Thakur. So, if in case Prabhupada needs any clarification, if you need some more clarification, you can, I advise you all to refer to Vishnu Chakra Thakur commentary, and maybe if possible, Jiva Goswami also. Of course, it is a very nice file. These are very nice files. Each file for one canto, and each canto has the Bodhini in the beginning, and then the verses start, and under each verse, all the three commentaries are given. So I would like to share.
Prabhuji, can you share with us?
What is the compilation, that book name? Is there any book like that compilation, all the commentaries?
don't think they printed it, so they prepared. I somehow we got it when I was in Vrindavan. I got it from my teachers or from some students. It was a very wonderful file. Maybe Vaibhav Vishal Prabhu, can you make me go host once? Let me glance and then I would like to see what are the options to share this file. One second, not just a complete. It's on from iPad. So this file will be very helpful to all the students. To have some additional information. Also, why don't you please plan a 15 minutes class per week? Every 20 minutes class, 10 minutes talks and discussion, half an hour. We're not counting for it because some people are working hard.
So can we do Tuesday same time, Prabhuji, like 6 p.m. India time? Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prabhuji, is it possible to do it Wednesday, because Tuesday is in UAE I mean that in the closing date for the marathon, like that. So we have to give that in.
Prabhuji, the earlier we can hear it, the more we have more time we have. So we would prefer to have it as soon as possible. So Tuesday is actually preferable to Wednesday. If you cannot attend, then there's going to be a recording.
Okay. Then it's okay. It's okay. Yes.
So is there anyone, anyone who has attended?
I have attended, Prabhuji. Yes.
Is it useful to you? I mean,
I noted down points, so bullet points, so it is very helpful.
Yeah, at one point I showed the file. I mean, what are the criteria? The mark sheet also I shared. At one point, I remember, because just want you to all make sure that what I'm going to do. I gave a quick glance. Why was you can make me co-host once? With my iPad, service just from the brush.
I hear you, Prabhuji, clearly.
Do you have the option to make me co-host?
Just a moment, yeah.
I want to share my screen. So they said, do this device from service to Samsung.
Just a moment.
I have the host key, but still take time. My screen is good.
Yes, Roji. We're just seeing the Apple icons as of now. Now we can see Radharani.
So the worst let's not forget which one. So the file is like this. First the words, and then what about meanings, and then proper translation, and then the proper translation. See that it's a Bhanumanda's translation only in English. See how Bhanumanda also translates Paramatma Satyam, Paramatma, Shashvat Prashantam, Jatanapi peaceful, fearless, Abhayam. So like that, it will be very easy for you to refer to synonyms. Actually, you can speak directly from the responsibility of commentary or translation to explain the synonyms. Does it make sense, Prabhu?
Yes, Proji, yes, definitely. Proji, can you share this with us?
Yeah. Okay, so then below it is the Vallabhacharya translation. Oh, Vallabhacharya translation, Vallabhacharya commentary also little informative. Prabhu expands a lot, elaborates a lot. But still, whenever possible, whenever you need more clarification, so this is the next coming to purport. They will also give the summary of the verse and then purport, the purpose purport. Of course, they will also highlight the important points also. See, one point, is yellow color. But in other slokas, they even have different colors. For example, and all these things are like that. So these are the Vishnu commentary both in Sanskrit, because Roman translation, and then in English translation. Are you seeing? There's some here. So even in the Acharya's commentaries also Prabhu has highlighted. I don't know the exactly, maybe Gautam doesn't know who did it or devotees from JV. Definitely devotees from JV. Only soft copies in digital quality. And then we have Bhava Deepika, but of course there is no English translation available for. It's a Sridhar Swami commentary actually, Bhava Deepika. You all know, right? Sridhar Swami is the first person Acharya to write commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also approved it to follow Sridhar Swami's commentary. Of course, he was a Mayavadi, but still Mahaprabhu approved it. And then this Sri Subodhani is the Vallabhacharya's commentary. There's a lot of information. But you can skip it whenever possible. You can take it. Green color one is Ramasandana. Right, Yoga Swami. Yoga Swami is commentary, both in Roman translation and also English translation. Okay, for this was taking those English translation. Yeah, everything is in Sanskrit, but usually it's in. So here in this next verse, on the back there is a Roman translation and also the English translation. Sometimes the additional thoughts, like for example, they also quote from Sandarbhas. Tata Sandarbha, Sandarbhas also. If you go to 10th canto, see all the 12 cantos are available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you go to 10th canto, there are other commentaries, Ganga Samhita, and then Gopal Champu, Vrindavan Champu. See, Laghu, Bruhat Vaishnava Toshani, Laghu Vaishnava Toshani. Very useful book for a Sanskrit student, for a Sanskrit teacher also. Does it make sense for you, Vaibhav Shah Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, see, I just want to be showing for the students who wants to become a Sanskrit teacher. It's a liquid text application from my iPad. So I have all the scriptures in this application, Bhagavad Gita. And this remain textbook in Bhagavad Gita and supplementary books. Gita Acharya commentary, Prathama Thakur, Acharya Thakur, Bhagavad Gita Pushpa, and then Gauranga Sri Gita Vikram Tales. So all the books related to Bhagavad Gita are single folder. All of them. And then Bhagavatam same. So Bhagavatam Tales, Cantos means this was GV material. Bhagavad Subodhris, Bhajan Prabhu has written 3 books for now. Williams Lotus Feet and then Backward Glance. And there's one more book also which I'm standing on the way. Like that. So all the books related to Bhagavad. So if you can have like this, so you can easily access. I have the whole Chaitanya Chaitanta, I have a whole Chaitanya Subodhris, according to Leela, according to each chapter also I stand in it. Please don't share it with Gauranga Krishna. It's some popular system.
Prabhuji, I've already ordered the first canto. According to your advice, I've already ordered one. Prabhuji's coming. I've ordered the first canto just to see how it is.
Definitely, it's a wonderful book, Mother. Definitely for the Sanskrit students.
So, Prabhuji, how whether we can get it that?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So, Mother, I can share this. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my connection is lost, Prabhuji. Which software, Prabhuji?
It's a liquid text application, Mother, in the iPad. It is available only in iPad, Apple iPad. You can't get this application. Of course, nothing. There's an application to display the books. Okay, I got all these books. I collected from various sources since over a couple of years. But I can share this GV material with all of you. The rest of the books I can't share it with you because of copyright issue. Because if they come to know, I just scanned it for my personal.
Prabhuji, it can be downloaded in our laptop.
No,
The
I will share. I will
GV
share this.
material, Prabhu.
Yes, I will share the GV material. Yes, I will share the GV material with all the students. Maybe Vaibhav Vishal Prabhu I will share. Maybe he will find a way to share it with all of you. Maybe Telegram is a
Prabhuji,
good
what we're
option.
asking is which format is it? Is it Word document,
PDF,
PDF document, or
PDF,
the
PDF,
application that you're talking
PDF,
about?
PDF.
Okay.
Can we get PDF, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Vaibhav Vishal Prabhu I can see right now after this class. Okay. Salvi, I have some artists say by 8:30. Hare Krishna, Vidra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jagannath Prabhupada ki Jai. I'll see you all next week, okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.